Hi, this is Rory Boone with Turnkey Investing, owner of Turnkey Investing. We buy houses in the Seattle area. Just want to go ahead and answer a question that sent to me this week from another individual getting in real estate. He a question that he asked me. Let's see. He says, when you're doing your direct mail campaigns, do you recommend yellow letters or postcards? What sites do you use to get them done, or do you manually prep and send out letters? It really depends on what market that you're working in. My experience, I found in the lower end markets, meaning that you're looking to wholesale do rehabbing for the houses that are 100,000 and less, and maybe the after repair value are in the 100 to 200 range, maybe up to maybe 225 or something like that. I found in the lower end, what from my experience and what I don't do a lot of postcards. I do want to kind of give that kind of tidbit. But from my experience, postcards work better in the lower end market, and you have to send them more out at a time. So if you're going to do postcards, they are cheaper, but you have to send out in a higher demand, maybe a lot more, like 1,000, 2,000, something like that. You need to send out a lot more postcards in a more saturated fashion. Yellow letters, that's still very popular. It's actually becoming very saturated. A lot of homeowners are getting yellow letters because that's what a lot of the gurus teaching people to send out. So it used to look a lot more personal. In my opinion, in the market now, it's become the normal, and everyone is sending out yellow letters. So you can do yellow letters. It still does work, but it is becoming a more popular thing. I think in the current market, especially if you're paying, if it's in a market where more higher end, 200-300 price range, and above. What works well is just professional letter, expressing your interest in a property. I sent out a professional letter, and I sent out other kind of creative marketing pieces that I can't really share. I actually signed a confidentiality agreement from a really successful investor out of Oregon that kind of showed me some tips on what was working in his market, and I agreed not to share that information and had to sign some documents saying that I wouldn't. So, but I do send out personal, professional letters to homeowners, and I do get a good response using that. What's most important, regardless, whatever piece that you're mailing out, is consistency. Whatever you're going to send out, do not expect to send it out one time and get a deal. Yes, it can happen. Does it usually happen? Not all the time. So what's most important, if anything, is consistently send your letter, because it's timing. A lot of times it's timing and circumstances that make that has to line up when you're sending that mail piece to a homeowner. Obviously the list, who you're sending to is important. What you're sending to them is important. But overall, it comes down to timing, because you can send out a perfect letter piece. A perfect letter, perfect house, fits the criteria. Needs work, needs fixing up. But it's not the right time yet. You won't get the deal. So at that point, the investors that I found that have been successful, and I have found success in this business is simply by being consistent. Whatever you're doing, a terrible letter sent out consistently will land a deal before a great letter that's sent out one time. I wholeheartedly believe that, and I consistently shows. You can send out a bad letter and consistently do it over and over time, and you'll still get a deal. But so most important to me, in my opinion, when marketing is whatever you're marketing now, the letter is important, information is important, but being consistent in your marketing and your follow-up is vital to be successful in real estate. All right, this is Rory, Turnkey Investing. Be wealthy with Rory. If you have any other questions, feel free to, as always, send me an email, Boone, Boone, Rory, Rory, @gmail.com. All right, thanks.